Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic and welcome back to the channel. And today for you guys, this is another MCU review. Now technically this isn't, some say it is MCU, like the head of Marvel, like the head people at, Marvel. And then some people like James Gunn, who, basically, he directed the Guardians trilogy. He's now in charge of DCU. He's saying it's not canon, but we're talking about the seasons 1 and 2 of I Am Groot. This is like a little mini-series kind of, again, if you want to say it's canon, some people say it's set between Guardians 2 and 3, I believe, or 1 and 2. It's in one of the movies. But for people who are saying it's not canon, just random people who are like, yeah, it's fun little shorts. That's essentially what you're getting. Okay, you're literally getting. Season 1 has 5 episodes. Season 2 has 5 episodes. They're very short. They're like 4 to 5 minutes per episode. And if you've ever seen like Cars. Like Mater's Tall Tales or whatever that was, like little shorts, like little Pixar shorts, right? Like either with Cars or with anything Pixar. I can't really think of a better way to kind of describe that. Think of like you're watching a bunch of Pixar shorts, right? Like I said, you have like X and Y, and X episode is just one random topic, Y episode is another topic. You kind of just have every episode kind of like a random little Tom and Jerry-esque skit, right? Like, this isn't anything insane. This isn't anything, perfectly, oh my god, wow, this really adds a lot to the MCU. It really is just fun little stupid shorts, right? Groot in one episode is trying to get ice cream, so he's just kind of, baby Groot. So he's trying to get money, and he's kind of like looking around the Guardian, the Milano, and he's trying to get coins and whatnot. The next one he's trying to do like a little like a spa day, and he gets like some crazy hair, because he's a freaking tree, like all the plants and whatnot, or leaves are on him and all that. Other ones he's trying to make friends with some crazy looking weird alien bird. I mean, everyone is different. And Rocket Raccoon does show. Drax is in the shower, but he's weird looking. And Rocket is in it as well, looking not that great. Not bad, but not that great. What's his face? The Bradley Cooper, he voices Rocket, so that's cool, I guess. But yeah, I mean, Rocket Raccoon makes a little bit of a thing, but other than that, no one else really shows up. It's basically Baby Groot. Baby Groot doing a bunch of random things, I mean? That's pretty much all you're getting. And it's not bad, but it is, this is nowhere near the quality and the standard and the caliber of typical MCU, because again, you're getting these little baby shorts, and each one, like I said, is literally 3 to 4, maybe 5 minutes. And it's just a random funny thing. Again, it's like those Pixar shorts, right? Don't think about it too much. If you want to say it's canon, it does work. But if you really just want to take it, out of the, oh, I need to watch this as part of my MCU rewatch. I did because it's in the MCU and it's Marvel, and it's got freaking Groot. They have the Marvel logo and all that. But I'm considering it canon just for this. But yeah, I cranked it all out in one night. It's pretty fun. It's pretty easy watch. It's nothing crazy. Like I said, it's basically Baby Groot doing random hijinks. But the only real negative is that it doesn't look that great. It doesn't. Like, when you're watching Marvel and you're watching Groot and you're watching, normal Marvel things, it isn't this. You have the standard and, you're seeing Rocket, you're seeing Groot, Baby Groot, whatever kind of Groot, and it looks great, because they pay the millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars to effing make it look good, right? But then in this, you get it and it's like, yeah, like immediately as soon as you boot up episode 1 of season 1, I was like, maybe I'm being overly critical. Maybe I am looking for flaws when I review these things in a way. Obviously, I'm watching it to have fun, but for this review series, I can't be like, yo, it's goodbye! Like I have to think of positives and negatives. And that's one of the things that instantly stood out, is that Groot doesn't look as good as he does in those movies. Now, I get it, right? I get it. They're little 3 to 5 minute shorts. It's nothing crazy. This isn't like a Guardians 3-esque revolution. This is just little fun shorts. I get it. But at the same time, you should still have that same level of caliber that you apply to your movies, right? I don't know what kind of animation they use. This is easy, this entire show, seasons 1 and 2, is basically filmed to look, like that animation where like it looks like live action, but it's really just a fancy animation. Anything Marvel, like Thanos looks real, but he's an animated purple guy, Star Wars planets and creatures and whatever, they look real, right? But some of them are just CGI, right? Or, they're stop motion or they're practical or whatever, but, in terms of CGI, there is a specific group of animation that's meant to look realistic, right? You've seen that with, like, the Lion King movie, the new Mufasa film. That looks pretty much photoreal. but it's still animation. You know what I'm saying? And this is kind of like that, but it's just it's a little bit hitting that uncanny valley because I'm watching it, and you know, baby Groot is on these planets, right? He's dealing with these crazy animals and beautiful looking vistas and like a snow planet and a jungle and a forest. And it looks good, right? The Milano, but everything that I can tell, literally everything is animated. And it's not bad, but you can tell. And when you can tell, especially with Baby Groot, you do kind of get pulled out of that fun world that you're in, right? I get it. Thanos is still CGI, but Thanos doesn't look like trash or, you know, look animated to the point where I'm like, oh, they're just fighting a cartoon. You know what I mean? Or like Snoke in the sequels, right? Snoke is completely CGI. It's Andy Serkis and all the balls and dots and whatever. But I was never like, oh, Kylo Ren and Rey are fighting a cartoon. You know what I mean? Like, if Snoke, Thanos, Davy Jones, Gollum, whatever, the Avatar movies, they feel, and there's other examples, but they feel real even if they're not. You know what I mean? This feels fake. It feels like a cartoon. And maybe that's the vibe they were going for. To me, it screams cheap. And I get it. Look, I've said it before. They're short little shorts. They're not meant to be taken uber seriously, right? They're fun. Kids can watch them. Pretty much the only thing I would recommend a little child to watch. They're literally rated G. Nothing violent happens except for an explosion or two, but no one gets hurt. It's all, you know, played for comedy, played for laughs and all that. Again, it's like a Tom and Jerry short kind of thing. Groot is doing whatever childlike thing he's doing in episodes, whatever. So it's fun. You know what I mean? It is fun. It's nothing important. You could probably skip it and be totally fine. But again, I love Marvel. I love the Guardians franchise, so I figured, hey, you know, I'll give this one a rewatch. And it's fun. I've never seen season 2, so I think it is cool to get these little cameos from Rocket and all that. Like I said, Drax is in the shower, silhouetted. You don't see him. That'd be weird. But, you know, he is animated. I can tell. Rocket looks fine. It's not, again, to the caliber I would expect with the movies. But that, I mean, if that's really my only negative, there's not a whole lot to say. I mean, this is going to be not much more in this review. I mean, Groot does funny little things in each episode, and you laugh, and then it's over. You know what I mean? Like, I check my phone for 5 seconds when Groot's whatever, and then it's over and the credits are rolling. I'm like, oh, that was effing fast. You know what I mean? Again, they're literally 3 to 5 minutes. So it's like, there's not much to get, you know, emotionally or even, you know, a little bit invested in, right? You're watching a fun little short. That's it. But not to bore you guys anymore, or make you bored, I'm probably wrapping it up here. I mean, there's genuinely not a whole lot to talk about. They're funny shorts, funny things happen, and then they end. You know what I mean? There's no crazy cameos, there's no end credit scene where, I don't know, freaking Professor X shows up and he's like, oh, Groot, we have to get on a mission together. You know, it's nothing like that. You do get the Watcher in the last episode of Season 2, which is cool. I didn't know that. You know what I mean? That is really cool. So, I guess, like, I know Stan Lee is a Watcher, but it's not Watcher. It's Commissioner Gordon from the movie The Batman Watcher, and he's cool. You know, he's fine. He's doing his, you know, in the multiverse of whatever, and then he's like, oh, Groot, don't do that. Oh, you've ruined the multiverse. You know, that kind of thing. It's funny. It works. And I think, at the end of the day, they're fun little shorts, and there's nothing to be like offended by or hated. You know, what I mean, it's just like little innocent shorts. But it works. It's fun. So yeah, my only real negative, like I said, is the animation, especially on Groot. You can tell it is very different. The motion, it feels cheap, and I don't want. I said it enough, but you know, I get it. I know what this is. This is not supposed to be a multi-billion-dollar thing. But at the same time, I think they should have taken a little bit further steps to make Groot look a little better, or at least closer to what he animates and looks like motion blur-wise and visually in the trilogy, in the actual MCU, if you know what I'm saying. It's not bad. It's just something me and my glasses and my CGI film mind, I instantly picked up on that, and my red flags in my head were going, you know, they're going crazy. And I was like, oh, God, you know what I mean? But once you get used to it, it works pretty good. And it's fun, you know what I mean? Nothing too crazy. They're just fun little shorts. But I recommend you see them, you know what I mean? If you haven't seen it, it's literally just called I Am Groot Seasons 1 and 2. I finished it in about an hour, you know what I mean? Or a little less than. Like, they're 3 to 5 minutes each. And there's 10 episodes in total. So it's not that bad of a watch. Pretty short, pretty quick. So yeah, I just get this one out of the way. I thought it was fun enough. You know what I mean? This isn't like a massive revelation. Oh my God, you gotta go see this right now. You know, it's like Moon Knight. But it's fun. It is what it is. Next will be She-Hulk, which is, from what I remember, the worst thing in Marvel history. At least in MCU history. For a lot of reasons, but yeah, I'm gonna try to. I didn't want to watch. I'm gonna be straight up. I didn't want to watch She-Hulk yet. I wanted to do Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit just for fun, but you know, school's coming up, and I figured, you know, if I'm gonna be grading lesson plans or whatever I'm gonna be doing, I don't know yet, but I got about 12 days of freedom, give or take, ish, and maybe 10. But yeah, still, I'm gonna be trying to get that out as soon as possible. There are 9 episodes of She-Hulk. They're about 30 minutes each. So hopefully in a few days here I can get that going, get that out of the way, and then we can move on to Werewolf by Night. And then we got Black Panther Wakanda Forever and a bunch of other fun stuff as well. So yeah, we're gonna get She-Hulk out of the way next. Give me a little bit of time to watch it, and then that'll be up on the radio. So make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any notifications. Really helps me out. Again, if you enjoyed this little review, make sure to leave a like. It helps me out. I'm trying to get to 2,000 subs before I die. I'm 26, so I give or take a few years. And yeah, I mean, hopefully we can get there. Anyway, hope you guys had a fun time watching this little review. Again, tell me down below in the comments what you think about I Am Groot. Do you consider it canon or do you not? Again, I do because it's Baby Groot and Rocket's in it, so it kind of has to be, you know what I mean? But this is not like it destroys the lore or whatever, No one talks about that with Marvel. They only talk about it with Star Wars for some freaking dumb reason. But yeah, I think that it's fun and I think it's worth a watch. So yeah, let me down below in the comments what you think and if you consider it canon or not. And if you haven't watched it, I'd give it a shot. It's pretty fun. Thank you guys. We'll see you in the next video. I'm gonna go watch She-Hulk and suffer. Yay.